Hey everyone, welcome to first person gameplay commentary. My name is Drybear. Today we'll be taking a look at my Mistweaver Monk in the new MOP expansion for World of Warcraft. I'm healing this normal dungeon here, this Cataclysm dungeon, Stonecore. And I'm just going to be doing the commentary as I play here, not really too intensive as these people kind of go down. So I'll try and cover the abilities for Mistweaver Monk and mainly the spec that I'm using and the priorities that I use for the abilities and how I enjoy healing with the Mistweaver Monk, and then probably follow up with as far as current state of the game for the Mistweaver Monks and how I feel they stack up. So while this is going on here, I'll cover most of the healing abilities, most of the primary ones. To start with the low mana cost, kind of nothing is really happening right now type ability, kind of like the healing wave for shamans, and then the light heal for the druids and whatnot. There's always a heal that doesn't really cost much mana, but also doesn't heal very much either. So it's kind of like your nothing's going on type heal. This is the Soothing Mist, and it's what I'm channeling right now. It's like my little wah right here. It does mana per second, so the longer you channel it, the more mana it costs. But it has a unique mechanic where it makes some of your spells, which have a cast time, they are actually instant on the target you are channeling on. So the two abilities that mainly should be focused on that become instant are the Enveloping Mist, which is a chi dump. If you look above my interface here for the party, there's a purple little dot. That's my chi. I can have up to 4 because I don't have the Ascension talent. They'll stack up to 4, and this is the chi. And actually, the Enveloping Mist is a chi dump. It costs 3 chi, and it's just a really, really big heal over time. You can see how much it ticks for. A normal 3,000, but this is 15 per second, which is really, really huge. It's a gigantic heal right there, and it's a really good chi dump. But it has a cast time. It's 1.79 cast with my current haste settings right now. But if you do it on the person you're channeling with the Soothing Mist, it becomes an instant cast, which is really, really nice. The other ability is your big oh shit type ability, not your AoE, but just your single target oh shit ability. It's the very mana costly ability that heals for a whole lot. So you really want to focus on that. It's Surging Mist. You can see it has a 1.35 second cast time. Leave that up for just a second while I wait for these people to start dying again. So it's a 1.21 cast time. But if you're casting on the person you're channeling on, it is an instant cast, which makes monks kind of a interesting healer to play just because of that mechanic. It's like a back and forth between like a priest healer and a druid healer is the best way I can describe it. It's actually a lot of fun if you normally heal and you're looking for a new healer class. You don't really want to give up that healing role. I'd really recommend making a monk and leveling them up. They're a lot of fun to heal with. So those are the main combinations of spells you are there. Now go to the Renewing Mist. This is best described honestly as a wild growth combined with a prayer of mending. So what it is you put down a singular it's like a heal over time on one person, which has 3 extra charges, and this will actually bounce around just like the prayer of mending, applying the wild growth effect to the people that it bounces to. And this has a couple other effects that happen with that, but you can see on this interface here, see if I can describe it as well. So if you look, see if I can't get some chi up. I'll use my cooldown. So I have my chi up here. If you look and you see the yellow square means they have the Renewing Mist on them. So hopefully this isn't too distracting. The red square on the left side means they have my big Enveloping Mist, which is the big hot. And then if they have the white on them on the right side, it means that I'm channeling Soothing Mist on them. And there's a way to have double channels on that, and I'll explain that in a second. Hopefully this isn't too distracting. This is kind of how I have set up my healing for now. And since this isn't so intensive, I can just heal while I'm playing. So the Renewing Mist will bounce around, applying this little yellow square to everybody on the interface here, and healing them up and doing lots of healing. This is probably one of your main healing spells for area, for group effects and stuff and whatnot, probably for like raids. And it's really, really strong. The follow-up for that is another chi dump uplift. What happens is, you can see on the tooltip there, it will heal all targets that have your Renewing Mist active on them for a big chunk of HP, and make sure this guy doesn't get stomped too hard. So you can see everyone that has the Renewing Mist up, I can go ahead and drop that, and everyone just shot up there. So as long as I keep Renewing Mist on all these people, the little yellow square, I can do a lot of effects. Probably gonna have another stomp here coming out from this guy. Gonna do a quick little thing there, and he was down. I'm just worried about the giant stomping again before I get them high enough. No one's really jumping because it's the normal, so messing with that. So the uplift will heal everyone who has your Renewing Mist active for a big chunk of health. So this is really important to keep this up. You can keep the Renewing Mist up pretty much on everyone. As it bounces, it will start spreading more and more and more. There's also a cooldown, which is right here. It's the Thunder Focus Seeds. It costs 1 chi, and it'll double the effectiveness of your next Surging Mist, the really high heal, but also high cost in mana ability. But it'll also, if you use Uplift right after it, it will refresh the duration of the Renewing Mist on everyone that is in the party. So it's really, really effective. Honestly, I think that monks are probably going to be some of the best healers. Who's the straggler? You go fast. Speed away! Rolling around like a monk. Plus, they're like really mobile. They're a lot of fun to play. So the Uplift will work off of the Renewing Mist, and then there's this ability here, Spinning Crane Kick. This is meant to be a damage ability, but you can use it for healing. You can see dropping some pretty big heals on everyone. I have it glitched so that I don't move slow when I do it. This is kind of your mobility heal. Should be a dragon showing up here soon. It's kind of your mobility heal, but also really good for big AoE fights. It's like a Chimeron or something like that. We have to stack up. You can really easy just do this and get some really good heals off. You also generate chi if you're hitting more than three or more people, not including yourself. So right here, I'd be generating chi from that. Throw this up on him. Couple cooldowns you can use. This is a macro I have set up, which doesn't. Throw that up on there. What this uses is, I think it's called Revival. See if I can pull this up while they're. Hopefully, no one gets hit by anything while I'm doing this. Where are you at? There it is. Revival instantly heals all party and raid members within vision for a big chunk of health. And removes any harmful magical and poison and disease effects. What this macro does that I have set up here actually uses my Blood Fury since I'm an orc, and then uses that, so it's just like this big fat heal. It's kind of like it's actually, I named it Oh Shit. So if things go bad and I'm in trouble and someone's dying, I just Control Z and pop that up really quickly. You can see it's just like no effort. I mean, this is a normal dungeon while I'm leveling, but just in general, I mean, monks have such an easy time healing. Let's see what else are we missing here. Healing Sphere. This is something you cast on the ground. You can see they're everywhere. Part of my mastery, actually my mastery for healing in Mistweaver, is that I have a chance when I heal people to spawn a Healing Sphere near someone who is low. So you can see I'm kind of pooping orbs all over the place. When you're using the spell itself, you can only summon 3. So I can have 3 up here. There's my 3rd. So these will be all everywhere. But when someone steps on them, it's kind of like the healing well effect where no one wants to use it. But if they do, it actually has a really big heal attached to it. 15k. This is kind of like the weird scaling effect from Cataclysm. But it's a really big heal, really effective there, and something that people will probably have to get used to utilizing in a raid setting. Just making sure these people don't die. I don't want that. Can't even use it. Monks don't use daggers. So you can roll away, grab my tank here, give him the rush. So this is a Chi Brew. This is a talent that I picked up. Actually, I'll skip that until I go over talents. And what else am I missing? Am I missing anything? Cocoon, Life Cocoon. This is like just basically a priest bubble. Let's see if I can throw it up here. Floats into the air and has a bubble on him. This absorbs damage and it's awesome. Super, super good. It has a 3-minute cooldown, 2-minute cooldown, really, really long cooldown. So it's kind of like my ability, but it's just really, really strong. If someone's in trouble, they pop up on the ground and start floating around and don't take any damage. We have this ability, Zen Meditation. This basically, you just go kind of like this and you float around, and this will reduce the damage you take by 90%, and then it will also redirect up to 5 harmful spells cast at someone. So if you know there's a boss that's about to shoot a big magic ability on someone, also can be used in PvP as well. You can easily just pop that up and you'll redirect it to yourself, and you won't take much damage from it because you have 90% reduced damage taken. Throwing this up here. See if we can show you the Renewing Mist bouncing around. There it is, the little squiggle squaggle. It doesn't have a big effect on it, but it's a really, really good spell. Throw that up. Pop up the uplift. Really, really easy. So talents. Let's go over this here. I don't really think there is really any good talents. See if I can't adjust it in combat. So I don't really think there's any really good talents until the end. The first level is kind of like, it's awkward. It's like there really isn't. I don't feel like any of the talents are really meant for Mistweaver except the final one, which I've heard is really good, but I haven't had a chance to use yet because I'm not 90. But I pick up this one. Tiger's Lust is situational kind of. Go away, go away. It's kind of like a little dash. It's what I've been using so far. So if I throw this up on him, he'll run really fast, but he's being a fat panda. And the other ones are kind of like you, every time you roll, you get extra movement speed. This is just a movement speed level. And this one, I don't really like any of these. To be honest with you, I have Chi Burst, but I don't use them. I mean, all of these require Chi, and I have so many other abilities. I have Uplift requires 2 Chi, and it's just awesome. AoE heal to everyone who has my Renewing Mist up on them. Just awesome, amazing, amazing, amazing ability. And I wouldn't really would change it for anything. And then if I have trouble on a tank, I can throw up my Enveloping Mist, which basically means that the tank's not going to die anytime soon. It ticks for a whole bunch of health. Nothing too concerning there. So, I mean, those are kind of my big Chi dumps, and using those with only 4 Chi, even with 5 Chi when you have Ascension here, increase the amount of maximum Chi by 1, I just wouldn't use any of these. The Chi Wave bounces around and heals for a little bit. The only problem with it is it can attack enemies, so if you're using it for healing, it can bounce to a whole bunch of enemies and then bounce to a teammate and heal them for like a small amount. It's not really worth the 2 Chi. Also, it cannot be used while you're channeling. It'll interrupt your channeling of Soothing Mist, which is really obnoxious. The Zen Sphere will do a small heal over time on someone. It's not very big, and it'll put a sphere over their head, which can be detonated for another 2 Chi. So a total of 4 Chi, like your whole Chi bar. Your whole Chi bar gets used up just to get like a subpar heal off. It's not worth it for a Chi dump at all. And then Chi Burst has a cast time. Let's see if I can use it here. It's kind of like a Kamehameha. It's just a lined shot which will heal everyone that passes through, but it also can be used for damage. So I think this is mainly just a damage tier for this talents area. In the third one, there's 2 choices to come from. Ascension is a good one, gives you 5 maximum Chi. This can be utilized if you kind of hoard your Chi. I usually don't. I dump my Chi all the time. I always dump my Chi. And I'll get into the Mana Tea thing. The Mana Tea. Not the Sea Cow, but the Mana Tea. Mana Space Tea. So, I mean, it plays into that, and I'll go over that in a minute when I go over this. Chi Brew is what I've been using a little bit more. What it does, when you activate it, it'll give you, see if I can use it here. See, it just instantly gave me 4 Chi. This guy's going crazy. Throw out my Enveloping Mist. You see, I'm not really concerned about his HP bar when I have that 3 Chi heal over time effect on him. So, I mean, choice between these two, but just in general, I think this one isn't going to be too good, just because you really shouldn't be saving up your Chi that much, for a reason I'll go over in a minute. This level, again, more for damage and probably PvP and more utility than anything else. You have an AoE stun, you have another stun, makes your little incapacitation have a longer range, what do you frickin' do. This level also nothing really too impressive, so I don't really think there's much to be chosen from as a Mistweaver Monk. Healing elixirs will make it so you gain 10% of your total health every time you drink a brew or tea, which, I mean, you're a healer, so no. Diffuse Magic is pretty good. What it does is it reduces all spell damage taken by 90% and clears all magic effects, and reflects them back to their user, actually. So it's actually really, really strong, but not really utilized for a healer either. I have some defensive abilities, which I will go over in a second as well. And the one I have now is Dampen Harm. Dampen Harm, sorry about that. It's really late in the night, so I'm actually doing this right before I go to bed. So Dampen Harm, what it does is basically, if this guy doesn't die on me, go ahead, throw that little bubble up on him. The Renewing Mist off. Hopefully this isn't too hard to understand exactly what it is that I'm doing. I'm going to pop my defensive abilities here. People are going crazy. Got the Enveloping Mist up on him, not too concerned about his HP bar. I'm losing a lot of mana here. Just because I have to use a lot of cooldowns. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the Uplift. Shift E, Q, another Uplift, just to get that up. Just keeping these people alive. I guess they pulled a whole bunch there. I'm just looking directly at this, to be honest with you. I'm not even paying attention to what's going on. So yeah, Dampen Harm, what it does is it reduces the damage you take for the next 3 attacks. If you take a big chunk of damage, it'll reduce the damage you take from it. So it's kind of like this shield. You can see it pop up my defensive abilities here. The shield that's floating around me, not the stone form, but the shield that's floating around me is what it is. The stone form, this is another macro I made. It's called defensive. It basically uses, let's see what we got here. It should be on cooldown. Actually, where did it go? Yeah, Fortifying Brew turns your skin to stone, increasing your health by 20%, and reduces damage taken by 20%. That's what's making me gray. And the one that's floating around is the Dampen Harm. I just put them on one button because they have similar cooldowns, and I'm probably only going to be using it, you know, once or twice. You can see the yellow square is just jumping from person to person as it spreads. It'll land on the first person, and it has 3 charges to spread to 3 other people, so a total of 4. Really easy to use the uplift there. Since everyone has enveloping mist on them, renewing mist on them, it will, every time I use uplift, it heals the whole party. So just really, really strong. I think they're going to be really effective in raids. Fortunately, I decided to play a monk because I was so bored with this game that I wanted to play the monk, so I won't be in raids for a little while here. And the final tier, I think the only one you want to go for is the Rushing Jade Wind. Oh boy. Here comes the double pull. I've got aggro. I used my defensive cooldowns earlier. There's the bubble. Throw the hot up on him. Hopefully I don't die here. Still going for that. Hopefully I get another chi charge here. There we go. Pop my mana up there. All kinds of craziness. This is just a random pub, so I expect these kind of pulls to happen, where they're just kind of pulling everything and everything's going crazy. Lots of frost bolts going out. Keep my mana up as best that I can. Need to channel this guy. I need to throw down a statue actually, which is something that I need to cover. Hopefully this isn't too scattered for you guys. For anyone who's really interested in Mistweaver healing in general. This guy's taking a lot of damage, so is that guy. Throw up that heal. Get that enveloping mist up on that guy. Yada yada yada. Hopefully this pull ends soon. I don't want to start talking and get too involved when they're going crazy. Come on now. Looks like it's dying down a bit as the stuff comes out. There we go. So yeah, the Rushing Jade Wind is one you want to pick up there. You can see it has increases the healing done by your spinning crank kick by 50%, and also shoots out a heal in front of you. And the spinning crank kick does a lot of healing there. It's very mana intensive, but sometimes if you're hitting 3 or 4 people, it's worth the extra mana. Definitely very, very efficient in the mana use there. So what I've been using here, you've been seeing me use it the whole time, is the Mana Tea, not the Sea Cow. It consumes up to 2 T stacks, mana T stacks, and restores 4% mana each stack. You can have up to 20 stacks, which would be 80% of your maximum mana, as this guy decides he wants to go some craziness. Still trying to go on through this while they're going crazy. So what it does is every time you use up 4 chi total, you get a stack of Mana Tea, and this will add on to this. And what is normally meant to use is you channel it. Every second that you channel it, you use up 1 stack. What I have it glyphed right now. Where is it? Right here. Makes it instant, but right when you cast it, it only uses up 2 stacks and then goes on a 10-second cooldown. Oh no! He goes down. I ran out of mana while I was talking there. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Need to be using some of that right there. Fortunately, wasn't really utilizing this too well. Come out of combat. I need more mana. Okay, so what this is, I glyphed it so that instead of being a big long channel, because you never really have an opportunity to do that until the end of combat anyway, so there's not really worth it. So what I do is I glyphed it so it will have a 10-second cooldown, but it instantly uses 2 Mana Tea stacks. So you basically want to just constantly be using this on cooldown. It requires no mana, it doesn't use up any chi, so you just want to be constantly using it while it's off cooldown. It makes it really, really effective. And you just want to keep spamming it as you go. And as you use up more chi, you can get more mana back. It's not an even trade, like you don't get you know, the same amount of mana that you spent getting the chi, but it's pretty efficient and you can get a lot back from that. Kind of embarrassed this guy died. Terrible. So basically want to just be spamming this as much as you can. And that's why I don't like the Ascension, just because if you're storing up your chi, you don't really have any mana regeneration to speak of. Go for this. And you can see in the corner here this Jade statue. I'll throw up a new one. It costs a lot of mana, but I don't really care. Using up a lot of mana here. So you can see when I cast Soothing Mists, the channel, the cheap channel, it will find a random target and cast Soothing Mists on them as well. It has a chance of choosing the same target that you're channeling on, which could be a tank or something like that. So it could be quite strong for a channel in the tank. It just channels when you channel. It becomes really effective. And just stays there for 15 minutes. It's really strong. So with the pooping orbs everywhere, if people walk over those, plus the statue and the renewing mist and the uplift, I mean, you can really keep a big group up for quite a long time. Really, really strong healing. Plus you have freaking ninja around. Duh. Freaking go crazy. Just zoom. Get some. Go ahead and hop down here. So yeah, I mean, I don't really think there's any real need for any of these. I don't like any other of the chi spenders, other than enveloping mist and then the uplifts. I mean, there's only the only two that I enjoy using. Beyond that, there's like nothing. This little ox statue. See, I'm channeling on the tank, and my statue is channeling on the Boom King, who just used the Boomkin form. I'm kind of upset that they didn't really change this at all. You're still a bird. Now you're an armored bird on a 2-3 minute cooldown. Look at this. Pull that off of him. Look at this. Look at this guy. They couldn't even make him not a bird. They just made him an armored bird. The polygons. Oh, the polygons. So you see it's chaining on the same guy. I got both my statue and eye channeling on the tank, which is really, really strong. Break yourselves upon my body. Just run around. At this point, just waiting for this to end. This whole experience. Throw this up on myself. Because why not? Because why not? It's a normal dungeon, Dry Bear. Who cares? Pull that off of that guy. Put that up there. And that's pretty much it. I mean, some people like using, there is a way, let's see if I can cover that aspect. It's not something that I use. I don't think it's really that great. It's too mana intensive. But what you can do, see if I can find it while things are going crazy. It looks like a book. There, nope. Yeah, nope. Wait. There it is. Teaching of the Monastery. I think. Yes, when you Tiger Palm. Oh, my tank's dying. Not anymore. So when you Tiger Palm, which is chi spending for a DPS class, you get Vital Mist stacking up to you, which you get 5 stacks on it. Hopefully this guy doesn't die while I'm talking. 5 stacks up on it will reduce the mana cost for your next Surging Mist down to 0 if you have the stacks up. So you can really utilize your mana. The problem is, to generate chi, you have to use mana. What is this crap? Get away from me. You can use you can go into damage range and start using stuff like Jab, which I don't even see here. There it is. Costs 1800 mana. My channel costs 600. I mean, it's just like, that's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. If you check this out, go for the paralysis. It's too far away. He's dead. I want to use this ability again, damn it. The one that is it on my bar? It's not. Anyways, it's a paralyze, but it has a really cool effect on it. So yeah, that's basically Mistweaver healing. There's a few finer notes to it, but that's about it. You just want to keep enveloping mist up as much as you can, and then you can use uplift as a chi dump. And if you're a single target healing, you can use not enveloping mist. You want to keep renewing mist up, and then you can use enveloping mist as a chi dump, which is a really strong hot. Throws them up on there, and you just have nothing to worry about. And then just constantly, every time you have to move, just use this Mana Tea on cooldown. I think it is a lot more. What's the sweet for? Sweet, man! Can you get some loot? I don't know. He's ugly. So I think this the glyph on the. Stop it. Talking. Jesus. I think the glyph on the Mana Tea that puts it on cooldown is a lot more viable as long as you remember to constantly use it. Just because you never have to channel. I mean, you think about it, if it's 1 second per charge, just to utilize the same amount of charges and then start moving again, you'd have to stand there and channel for 2 seconds, 2 full seconds, rather than an instant cast, which is just poopy. Poopy, poopy, poopy. But definitely, first impressions as far as Mistweaver goes, very impressed with the healing style. It's kind of like a highly mobile priest, kind of a little bit of a druid feel mixed in there. It's a lot of fun to play, pretty easy to heal. I'll probably finish out this dungeon just in case you want to see the big heals. Pull it all. Pull it all. Rush in there. There you go. Here's your fat. No, all. Man the fuck up. Yes. There you go. Uh-oh. Well, that was derpy. Oh. Oh. We wiped. That's how it goes. It happens. The tank, I'm surprised that the panda tank here What is he? He's a monk. I'm surprised that you couldn't hold aggro a little bit better. I wasn't really paying attention, unfortunately. Also, I suck. So yeah, just want to keep up this Jade Serpent statue as much as the fight will allow. He's healing, resing that guy, so res this guy. And then just keep your Renewing Mist up. Use Uplift for AoE healing in the Chi Dump, Enveloping Mist for the Chi Dump for single target, and then use Soothing Mist and Surging Mist as applied. You can also use this. Oh, I could use my oh shit button, but I didn't. Throw that up there. That's about it, man. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe down below. And really appreciate your views. Gonna go ahead and finish this up here. I don't need mana. Mana's for scrubs. Ugh. Ugh. Apparently the world will be reborn in flames. X-Chong. Let's see what we got going here. This stuff. Stand in things. It's always the best way to play is stand in as many things as you possibly can. Run out here, do some flips, pull aggro, all kinds of things. Lots of good things to do. Like this. Throw down a Jade Serpent statue, bounce around, throw out some little bubbles. There's a bubble. There's a bubble. Oh, come at me! Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There we go. Uh-oh. It's going. We're going crazy. Still have my oh shit button. Still got that. Throwing that heal up. I can go KO Ken. I'm wondering what this tank's doing. Kill these guys. A lot of cool flips and stuff you can do. Highly mobile. You can see I'm having a pretty easy time tanking these up. Come on. I guess he's just not going to grab any ads. It's cool. That's how you do things out here in the world of Warcraft. Throwing this heal up. Got my tank bubble on me. It's cool. Wah 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 wah. That's how I feel. It's how I feel when you do things like that. This is like just reminds me of League of Legends Master Yi. Just go wah 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 wah. Magnetic mirror. Well, that's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you learned a little bit more. If you'd like to see more World of Warcraft content from me, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. I'm kind of testing the waters to see what content I want to focus on in general. So if you really enjoy this and like to see a little bit more from me, let me know. And also, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe in the comment section below.